I've just included them higher up in the price list. This printer is and this is again, this will show you it's in the focus and how they're interlinked between each other. There. Sure, yeah. Yes, correct. Just took an example here of the Chester Beatty library, and you download the software. The software comes with the driver for these type of printers, or you can download the software directly from HP, and it will go into your Internet Explorer toolbar here. Okay. You can show the clip of the library to look at this Rembrandt exhibition, and I wanted to make up maybe a flyer from my friends and send it around to them. I could save this as a PDF, put it into an email, and select some clips. So I can select this clip. The fact that it's a Rembrandt exhibition. I go into it and say, well, when is it happening? Thursday, a month later, it's free. And then if I want to just arrange them on a page, okay? Oh yes, it's one other piece I forgot. I can close that. Say, well, I need a map. How do I get there? Well, I go into plan a visit. And in the visit, it says the location. There's the map for the location. So I want to take that clip as well.
But yeah, it's quite robust. In priming, yes. Yeah, there is. Yeah, so there's two just about $99. Yes. Yeah. So not in this one, no. Not in this model.
The other technology with the closed system will be on market.
Yeah, at the higher price points.
Yes.
And again, the die size of the swatch in inches typically increases, and that's been the story of how the print heads and HP have evolved over time. So this is the one here that we've introduced in the 364, and you can see on the black side we've more nozzles. But the key thing is this new technology allows us to drive the print head faster. So instead of driving at 2600 Hertz, we can drive it at 3600 Hertz. Electronic circuitry in the die allows us to do that, and also the precision, we can control the shelf length, the refill speed of the ink back into the chamber. We can control that really tightly, which means you can drive it harder. We'll talk about that. Substantial change on the colour. You see the product it's replacing at 600 nozzles, 5 peak litre drop size, 2600 Hertz. You can see now we're up to 2700 colour nozzles, significantly more nozzles, down to 1.3 picolitres on the low drop weight, again 3600 nozzles, so bigger die, more nozzles, you can drive it harder, print faster, and with the low drop weight you get high image quality.
Is this the first time at the lower end of the market you've separated the
3D? Yes. And there is some differences between standard TIG and the scalable printing technology. So standard TIG here, you have your resistor. We form our barrier layer, which really defines the shape of your chamber. This is where the ink fills, so obviously once it's fired out, the ink has to refill, and that's where this 3600 Hertz comes from. How fast can you get the ink to refill back into the chamber? We control that very tightly. Scalable printhead technology uses it's a photo, 36,000 times a second multiplied by 3,400 nozzles, 128 drops, 128 million, 22 million drops a second.
As well without the PC, so if you want to print a photo without having to power on your PC, just put your media in, flick through your images, choose which one you want, click OK, print photos, ask you for the media size, so this is matched with what we have here, 10 by 15. And if you want to come around, actually, or go around the other side, you can see it as it's working. It's pretty nice to see the mechanism in action.
So it's always this is a poster I share.
And there's also a facility here for CD printing. So I'll show you this after. Just need to get a disc.
This is our latest printer here. You can typically see that happens in each kind of refresh is number of levels. Drop size. You can see here, for now,
and if you want to pick it up, you'll see it should be dry to touch. It won't transfer onto your finger, it won't smudge your photo.
So we'll spend a little bit of time, I guess.
So just quickly show you a media CD as well. So this is coated media that's compatible with ink. So the tray stores in here, so take it out, snap in our CD tray, lower down a special loading mechanism for the CD. This way you can actually, and then insert. And you see the software has detected that we've loaded the CD, so it opens up a template. So if I click standard, that's the size of this CD. I loaded it while the mechanism is trying to move, so let's just reset. You see as it moves it, it's just gauging apartments. It's nice to be able to see it in action. So like I said, there's lots of templates in there. Looks like we've all got cameras, so give it a try. There's multiple machines around. And give me a call if you need any help.
So this is a very quick tutorial about inkjet. Some of you might be familiar.
There we go. That's ready to use.
I actually have some but I don't have the actual CD, so I'm very impressed. I actually can't remember. But I just wanted to see the printer. Oh, right. So you can. So yes, this is the individual. So it does the real volume. But so the print has looked under the microscope.
This technology would simply say, okay, I don't want to touch the driver, I don't want to know anything about the settings, just load it up, click print and see what happens. Hey, does it feel dry? Is it smearing? It's smearing, no? Okay. Dunk it, the whole thing, dip it. Just leave it there for a few minutes. Oh, what you done? You just put it into water. Okay, take it off, okay. So, as Tom explained, one of it, it's actually has to do with the ink and how it actually dries. The other point is actually the paper. So for example, this one is just a competitor paper. This one in this case is